All right. Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 4th of July Bongs and Songs with Venom 420. I'm Venom 420. With me, as always, is Ziggy, Panda, and a whole bunch of other cats and puppies and stuff hiding around. So, hopefully, everyone is doing well this Independence Day. Yeah, it's okay. It's raining over here in Denver, off and on. It's nice. So let's roll up a J and start this day. Alrighty, turn that down. Don't want to hear myself. Alright, bam. Here we go. And cheers to you. So, for those of you who haven't joined in, Songs and Bongs is just a live stream where I fuck around, smoke weed, and make music. Some of my favorite things to do. And I figured why not invite everybody and anybody who would like to join. So, thank you much. Hopefully, this 4th of July is treating everybody okay. I kind of have a love-hate relationship with 4th of July. I'm kind of indifferent to it, really, but my dog fucking hates it, so kind of makes me hate it. Oh shit, Devin, happy 4th. Happy 4th, my friend. Happy 4th 20 to you. Happy 4th 20. That's what it'll be. 4th 20. The 4th 20th of July. So, we are sparking up, so cheers to you. Try that out a bit. All right. So I do not have anywhere in particular I'm going with musically today. It's kind of in the air, and we'll see where it takes us. So, usually the best ways to do it. I've been playing a little bit of guitar, so maybe that's where we will go. Gonna lace that up with some hash on there, some rosin tips, and we're doing good. Got the old 4th of July hat on. We got dabs. We got weed. We got music. So, let's get into it a little. Like I said, I've just been playing some basic guitar here, fucking around. What's it doing? Alright. I was thinking of something kind of just slow and chill like that. Why not? Something fun. Something easy. Let's fuck with something like that. So that's E. And let's make sure we're in tune here. So we will open up our... Oop, that's a gate. We don't need a gate, we need a tuner. So all made by the same company, what is it? GVST. So we are going to open up G tune. Here we go. Now we can see how in or out of tune we are. Devin, sounds awesome. Sounds fun. Oh, there we go. E. Go out of the A. B. So, let's see what kind of time we're running with, because it's really slow, but we're going to do half time. So maybe we can start pretty fast and do like every 4, something like that. Oops, every 4. So we're going to set up our own little metronome, which has been helping me a lot, rather than doing, because with the metronome, it's going to sound like this. We'll delete this out. So we need it every 8 to half that. Take that away, add this in. There we go. So now we have a half time tempo. Now it's still fast, so we might want to take it down to like 120. Something like that. All right, timing sounds good. Something like that. Gotta turn that hat up so I can hear it. So we'll turn up the hat. All right. Something like that. Cheers, everybody. We are blazing a whole bunch of stuff right now. Got cleaned off the tray with this one. So, Rocky Mountain salads, the old salad bowl as we call it. Let's try and get something. I'm just thinking something simple with... Just like that. All right, so let's try and record a couple of these and see if we can't start getting some music on. So we're going to record the audio. All right. Try not to fuck it up. Now we gotta listen to me fucking up forever. All right. Pretty close. We're gonna get it. All right, so still seems fast, so you might need to lower this down to like 1 cent. That might have been a little long. We'll see how that sounds when I cut it. All right, so going to cut off that little end here, which obviously I overdid. See what this sounds like. Just to get an idea of it. Sounds fine. So we'll work with that. And what we're going to do is just switch it up. Well, you know, I don't know. We might work some other guitar stuff into this, so hold on. Yeah, maybe we'll add that later. All right. So let's go to the bass. And we'll add a little bass to it. Nice, simple bass line. Because really the focus, we might be starting with this. We might start with some bass and some guitar, but really the focus of the song hopefully will go kind of in another direction. So let's tune up always, because you'd be surprised how quick these things go out of tune. Especially right now in my house with the swamp cooler going on and all the heat. All right. Try and get a little recording with the bass going. My computer doesn't totally freeze. There we go. So we will go here. We will zoom out and we will check this out. All right. I guess I should try playing something before I just record. Something like that. We'll try. All right, so. Something like that. That sounded fine, actually. Kind of cool. Let's see how that turned out. Even though that's kind of wrong. Turn that off. Right. See how that. Oop, mine went in a little early. So. That's not a hard bass line. We can do that again. Let's get that right, huh? All right. There we go. That sounds a little bit more cohesive. There we are, and bam. Let's go ahead and get this going. Once we get some recording going, which I haven't even changed my settings, that's probably not helping. Usually I got to lower everything down to record anything live, but we're doing okay today. So let's see what we got. Oops, cancel that. So could do a little work. I'm feeling a little lazy, so we will just move some things just ever so slightly. Do that one more time here. Again, I normally would just re-record this, but we're fine just doing a little editing today, I'm sure. It's a holiday. Let's take it easy, huh? There we go. And we're just kind of lining these up a little bit better. I had a bit of delay going on with my recording. As you can see, everything's just a little bit over. So my favorite thing to do, but we can just keep that like that. So we will drop these guys here, and now we can start working on our pattern a little bit. Eventually, I'm going to work out what notes we're working on and all that shit. So, got a little bit more to go. Turn that off, set to the side. We'll do some dabs, and we will hang out. All right. So, let's bring up that unsort. This is where we are. All right. So, first thing we can do is get rid of that. Let's go ahead and start adding in a more traditional snap. Oh, didn't mean to do that, but that's what we're going to do. All right. So add every 8. Nice. Slow. Slow. Now, it's not linking up that great to that, so I don't love how that's happening. So what we're going to do is just re-record. Let's clear up this. Such an easy riff, there's no reason it shouldn't be perfectly timed up. So now that we have that solid sound, there we are. Sorry, you little fuck. There we go. So what we need to do is bring all those drums up so I can hear them a little better. Up, 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 up. We are going to change our tools to get rid of this. To get rid of this delay I'm having is really easy. Took me a while. If you ever use a Fruity Loops or any type of DAW, what you need to do is go to your general settings or your audio settings and turn down your buffer size. So right now I have it at its highest level of 248 samples, which gives me a latency of 51 milliseconds. If I drop that down, which mine can go to 64, but we'll go to 192, drops it to 8 milliseconds. So my quality of everything is sounding worse, but my recording quality will go up. So the latency between me pressing it is really low, which is perfect. When you play out of an actual amplifier, it's exact. The second you press it is the second it plays. There's no delay. The more delay you add, though, the lower impact it has on your computer usage. So there's less glitching in it. You can add more shit while recording. But now we should be able to record without so much delay. Alrighty. Oops, of course I pressed the wrong button. Wouldn't be me if I didn't do that at least once a show. Alright, so we're going to close this bitch down. We're going to do that. Let's go ahead and still very quiet in all my drums, so I need a lot louder. So let's turn up that hat, shaker, clap, snare. There we go. Didn't love how that turned out. God damn it. One of the problems of not practicing anything before you record it, just recording shit off the top of your head. I don't exactly have it locked down yet, but you only need it one time. Let's try that. Still off. All right, let's try it one more time. Trying to line up with the snaps, so. Kind of cool making it ring like that, didn't mean to. Keep doing it. That's the third one I keep fucking up. That looks like it'll do it. But we will not know until we're done. So, oops. Let's try that again, huh? This time we'll do some bass. So cool riff. I don't know if my timing is very good, but it is what it is. Let's listen to it. All we can do is listen to it and not like it. Official Clown Headhunter, whoop whoop, and much clown love. 2 whoops to you, my friend. Thanks for joining in. We are still early on We missed 420, but I was blazing. So let's see what we got here. This is an interesting song already, but I just kind of pick up a guitar, find one riff that I like, which takes me usually about 30 fucking seconds, probably not much time. Then I just lay it down and put it out. My goal with all my music is to be as I don't know, I guess spontaneous as possible. There's something amazing about music the first time you hear it, the first day you hear it, first time you start adding to it. And once you come back to it and come back to it and come back to it, sometimes you kill all the joy of it. Sometimes you take it away from what you initially wanted or the feeling that you had that day. I wrote that riff right now. I'll make the beat to it right now. I'll arrange it right now. And then usually I'll set it aside for a while, come back and look at it and see how it makes me feel lyrically later on. But for right now, we're just having fun. So. Okay, but that sounds fine for that. Good enough. Also, these are just for fun. These songs I make on here, if I was super obsessed with it, I probably would do it in a more controlled setting. So what we're going to do is start adding in our effects. So right now I have my isotope. Ozone 7 is my main master feature. I have this free sausage, which is just like a sausage fattener. So we'll add a little bit of that on there. And then we can just start going through. I have some side chain compression, but we'll add that later on. We'll add a little bit of processing to the 808s, some transient processing to a lot of the drums. Transient processing is something recently I got into, and it's very cool, where you just peak up the first beginning or duck down the very first beginning of any sound to bring it up and back into your mix, back and forth or whatever, pretty much. So we're going to start turning some things down too. So now we turned on our, now we turned on our mastering program. All our levels are going to go up quite a bit. So our convoler is actually just a reverb, or actually I add a little delay. Adding delay to your reverbs makes it so things don't get lost. If you have the reverb happening the whole time the sound is, it just sounds washed. But if you have the reverb happen a little after, you can hear the full sound clean and then get the tail of it, which is really cool too. So I like to do that for all of these. So about 50 milliseconds is a good place to start. So you're hearing the full sound without it being totally washed. I mean, sometimes it's cool to do that too. But yeah, again, we have some transient processing on the hat, which brings it way louder. And then the kick, we have a bunch of shit going on our kick usually. Anywhere from this, the easiest way is to just add a Maximus preset, which is just like a punchy drum. This is a all-around equalizer and compressor, all this shit all in one. Makes it really easy if you don't want to fuck with it. But eventually I like to add sidechain compression and frequency sidechain compression. So you're just messing with certain frequencies with others. Anyway, so there we go. We are all set. Let's hear the difference already. All right, so we need to turn down our guitars, make a slot. So to 32. We're going to call this guitar. So let's name it real quick. There we are, guitar. Then we'll name this one bass. And we will send our guitar and our bass to the right channels. Then we can affect it accordingly. So where's our bass? There we are. Bam. Guitar and bass. So we will put our guitar on that one, and we will turn our bass to that one. So now our guitar and bass are here. So we can turn these down. And now we also need to turn down our settings. If you remember just a minute ago, we we're changing our settings to a really fast response time. Now we're switching it to a super low response time to help our computer fucking not glitch out and freak out. And still, now we're not recording live instruments. That's not going to be a problem. Anytime you're recording, you want to lower that buffer size. Anytime you're not recording, you want to raise it because it won't affect anything. So there we go. So now we need to start going into what we are actually in. So we're definitely in E. We're in some weird, like, we'll try harmonic, but it's not what we're in, but that's fine. So I had our piano here, because it never hurts to start. Add this one. Something like that. We can always play with sounds in there. One of the best things we can do, though, is grab that guitar again, because I did not complete a step. This part can get a little boring, not gonna lie, but it's very fun to do. If you do not know what every single note is on your guitar, which you should know, I should know, we can go in and kind of cheat it out. I know that this is an E, which is the first note we're going to. So we're going to start with, let's go to a clean piano, because that is your best composing. As a composer, that's your best friend, is a piano. There's a reason that they've been used for a very long time by composers. So we will go here. We'll open up our piano roll, and this is what we're going to be looking at. So right away, we need an E. So you can hear it's the same thing. Then, so I know it's A, that's a B, which is good. Should be. So we could do it like that. That's not a bad way to do it, is to feel it out and know where you're at. Hey, Big Mo from AZ, happy 4th of July. Happy Independence Day indeed. Panda Cat says happy 4th. Happy 4th to everybody. Thanks for joining me on this awesome holiday. We are... So we are figuring things out. I actually don't know exactly what I played, because like I said, I just wrote this right before I played. So we are... So there's that note. So I should know what that is. It's a little easier when I'm tuned to E. So it's Eve and Dave, go. So there's G. So that's a G sharp. So I know it's a G sharp, but we could be... There's other ways to figure this out. So then A, B, which we already got a B, and then another high E could be in there. So we could do B and then E. Something like that. So this is the progression we kind of have. And even though it was out of time, you notice all the sounds work because they're all the same notes that we're playing on the guitar. So once you link up that and that, songs just become really easy. So now what we did, we went from to up and over. So now we are in, what would this be? Is this B? Wait, hold on. G sharp should be, because that's A. So G sharp is what we should be in. So we're going to start new from here, and it should be here. So we're at G sharp, and then D sharp. So here's a D sharp. Oops. All right, so there's a D sharp. So the way I'm doing this is I know that this guitar is tuned E, A, D, G, B, E. So it's been a little bit of me just kind of figuring it out what's next to it. Big Mo, I'm on the porch, 109, blazing with some amazing pith dreams. Going inside when it's done. That sounds like a good idea, is to take a quick dab. And what we're going to do is I'm going to shrink this up just a hair and show you how once you do it enough times, what I'm doing right now, you'll figure out all your notes on the guitar, on here, and where they all connect, and that's a big thing. But there's a cheat too that you can do. So this is what I did and do when I don't know. I'll go to this, I'll bring up my tuner. That tuner's over here. We'll go back to this. Where are we? Oops. Yeah, there we are. So now I can just cheat and go, oh, this is a E, B, D, A, G, G again. You know what I mean? So that's how you just play it and figure out exactly where it's at. G sharp, G sharp, D, D sharp. So next one's going to be an F sharp. So it's a little easier than like humming it out or something, because that's another way. Panda Cat sounds amazing, thank you. That shit sucks. That's how it used to be. That's what I learned was by like teachers and shit. They're like, you hum it. Hum, then play until you find it. And I'm like, that, it teaches you, I guess. It makes you look for it. But fuck that, is what I say. We're in the 21st century. We don't need to be doing this bullshit. So it's G sharp, D sharp, F sharp, B, back to B again, F sharp, high, F sharp, back to D sharp, to C sharp, oddly enough, and back to B. Something like that. Oop, this is supposed to be a C sharp. See? And that's basically it. And now we have all our notes, everything from here into there. Panda Cat, I dig that you're using the program tuner. So I have a tuner on my, like all the noises you're hearing, that's clean, JCM 800. cool program. Some hair muting there, but yeah. Anyway, the cool little thing. So what I'm using is, see if I can bring it up. I can't quite show you. It's a little Afrin. It's the it's a multi-effects pedal from Harley Benton, which honestly, it's not bad. It was maybe $150, something like that. And I prefer to have actual hardware going in because I can play that live. I can play it without a computer. I can record it into the computer. It's just a little bit more versatile. There's some problems with like when I clip it, it won't let the echoes ring on like it should, shit like that. But you can always work around it. So, Panda Cat, I have a tuner feature in Ableton Live, and I use it in the same way. So it's the best way to do it. This one doesn't really have a tuner feature that I know of that's native or whatever, like Fruity Loops. But there's so many free ones. I definitely recommend this GVST. Anybody who's using stuff online, they got a bunch of free compressors, free tuners, saturators, stereo enhancers, shit like that. Just really simple VST stuff. Super cool. I've been using them for a while because they're just simple and easy and free. So, especially the tuner. And it's a very good tuner. Like, I have it with the floor tuner and a couple other ones, and it always holds. It's just as accurate as any of them. So now we can start going back into here, maybe just aligning things. So. Something like that, I think. So let's go ahead and turn off our bass. The bass is kind of fucking with me. Turn this up. Turn the her. Now we can turn this back down. So maybe a delay here. There we go. And then we'll lengthen those all up so we are now using, there's no empty gaps there, and that's our piano. So now we could go in and do the same thing we did with guitars with the bass and just clone those out too, which wouldn't be a bad idea. So one thing I've noticed is we really need some compression on that bass. So let's go and open up our compressor, one of many. Again, we'll use this M compressor on this one. I really like. It usually has a bass guitar one. Let's try that. And that's that's bringing up these small parts and bringing down, just equalizing everything out, compressing it to be the same. So that's what your compressor's doing. So we have the compressor working. That has built up this bass. So what we will do is trying to think what bass we should use, because this is our straight up 808, which we could kind of work in, but we'll see. So let's go ahead and go to our piano roll. I'm guessing. Let's see, yeah. Might be able to just do something like that, and then this. So then G sharp. Oh, but this is going to be higher, right? So this one's going to be. Where does it start on? Oh, G sharp. So. How are we going to do this? Just thinking of how we want to mix things up. So. We could do something like that. And what's this one hit on an F sharp? So maybe we could hit this low F sharp. Something like that. Love how that one's going. That is where that is. Something like that. And add in a little bit more. That. So this might, no, this is not right there. That's a little better. All right, cool. Now we can start doing some stuff here. I wouldn't mind copying more exactly what's going on with this one. Definitely not the right bass for this song. Let's go with this. Creamy bass is usually a lot more smooth. Yeah. Hey, it's creamy. Thanks, creamy. All right. Let's see if something like that works. Love how it clicks and then goes into it, whatever. Let's do a dab and see where it takes us, huh? Not too sure about the bass on this one yet, but we got a lot of shit to do. It's already sounding okay. Maybe before we start getting to that, we need to start messing with this hi-hat. Start messing with the meat and potatoes, then work on to the sides. God damn it. How can you have any pudding if you don't eat your meat? We are smoking on some... I don't know what this is. Possibly Joe Purple rosin? When you got so much rosin, you don't know what you're toking on? My homie is always got the crazy hookup, so cheers to you and yours. Happy 4th. Thanks for joining me. With some more wicked shit for your ear holes. Although this song doesn't sound exactly wicked by any means. Alright. So. We are going to start playing with these. Some of the things I like to do is add triples where I'm trying to mirror out what my melody is doing. At least just a little. So these last two right here have some gaps, so maybe a little bit of gap right in here. Bam, bam, something like that. We'll double it that. All right. So same thing. Let's look here, like right in here. So this is one before that gap. Be like right in here. Could use a gap. Again, I'm just trying to match little gaps in the hi-hat with little gaps in here. So maybe right in there, we use a gap. So now there's a gap where there's nothing going on here, and one right there, let's say. You can see those little dots are disappearing. So now we can add in some flourishes there. Put one there, one right there, one right there, and we'll have the whole thing roll out. So now we've just switched it up kind of randomly. I haven't even listened to it. I'm just matching places that already have similar things going on. Oh yeah, so right here where there's like a quick double, sometimes I'll add a double in. There's one right here, added one there. So so much like playing notes in tune, as long as I'm looking for those breaks and starts, my hi-hats almost always are going to sound good because I know that the breaks are going in the right places. Your hi-hats will determine the speed and style of your raps surprisingly heavily. Like changes in hi-hats usually almost always instruct a change in flow. Whatever flow you're doing usually will change up directly with your hi-hats. So that's something to keep in mind. Right now I keep it really simple, but as I build and build on a song, I'll start adding variations, and each hi-hat might have a little change up from the previous 4 bars. So here's Ziggy with us, as always. The cat that's 20 years old and still going bold. Don't know what that means, but it's kind of true. All right, so we got our cat here. Got another cat there. There's always cats here, even if you don't realize it. Cheers and dabs, says Big Mo. Cheers and dabs. We're going to roll up a joint, too, because it's fucking a holiday. And I'm going to bust out some edibles. It'll be a good day today. But making music's always what I want to do anyway. So we're going to go to our hi-hat. We're going to fuck with this. So what we're doing is changing some echo and delay knobs. Usually I just try and do it a little bit opposite of what I've done before. So we're adding some panning, adding some feed, which I will put there. We have 1 echo on ping pongs. See, that adds a little. Now what we're going to do is go to our hat and add a piano roll, and we're actually going to bring up our bottom row here where we change. There we go. So our controls. Here and there, so you can see this is where it goes. So this is your velocity, your note release, your panning left and right, your cutoff frequency, how quick things stop and start, your filter response, shit like that. Pitch. So what we're going to do is fuck with all of that. So right away, that's what I did last time, but we don't want it exactly fucked. So there's our pan, which I kind of like it going left and right perfectly, but that's okay. Because that's more like, you know, imperfections like that mean left and right hand when you're playing it in real life. So that's what's happening there. Your velocity is how hard it's being hit when it's exact like that. It's a robot, which no one does. So that's changing your velocity. So now it's got some human feelings to it. So your release strength, this is how long your short notes last. This is where the frequency is cut off, so I don't like to mess with that too much. Cool. So those little tiny things will humanize your hats, making them sound way better. Oh, another thing, we're going to lengthen this, right? So now we can add a couple more chops to the mix. Right, Zig? He says yeah. All right, so where's some sharp stuff happening? Right here was one. So we're going to chop this up. Bam, doubled that one. There was another one over here, right here. See these little tiny notes? I'm just trying to match those tiny notes, which I've already chopped, with some more. So this one I'm going to do the exit out. We chop that one. The other one I want to do is the ending. There we go. So we're going to do that. So I also feel like the whole thing's a little bit too high in pitch. So let's change that. Cool. I like that. But one thing I want to do is do like a raise thing here. So I hate it when it does this. Let's see if that works. If not, I want it to raise up a little. And we always want our hi-hats to kind of go like that. That was cool. I'll take it. So it's like a slide almost. Sweet. Cool. So we have our bass. We have our 808. We have our snares, very simple pattern. We have a double going on, some reverb on there, our clap, which is about the same. We will use the clap and hi-hat interchangeably to make differences. We'll also use one or the other to make build-ups in our drops and shit like that. That'll be later on. So now we're on to the kick. Although we could be adding more pianos, shit like that too, but nice, simple song. A lot of it's guitar-based, so let's add some random kicks. So one thing you can always guarantee is you probably want to kick on your main one. Something like that. Your main one. This is your main 1, 2, 3, 4 type of thing. So 1. Oops, actually it's right here. There we go. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so bam. Got those on. We will double up here. 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 And something like that. Sweet. This one, we can just take it and we just need it to go to our E. We'll lengthen it off. What we could do is something kind of similar to this, maybe. So one thing we can do now is start adding a little distortion into our kick. So what we're going to do is open this fast distortion. I think I already have it set up. So what are we going to do? We are going to link this up to the controller. 2. This one. Why it's not? Oh, that's why. There we go. So let's take down that volume. So we just add a little distortion onto that. Yeah, let's and one way we can make the kick stand out over the 808 is by doing this. We will link, this is some kind of side chainy things going on here. So we're going to link this here, converted. We're working now. Oh, that's why we need to go back to our kick, enable that, and then we will see this happen. So now when the kick goes off, we are actually lowering our frequencies in our 808. So they're not interacting with each other. They're actually kind of, the kick is ducking the bass sub frequencies when it goes off. So now that down of the kick is not being hidden by that bass. We can turn that down. We need to turn up our snare to do that. Barely hear that, so. All right, so let's copy this and paste it here. See what it sounds like with a different piano. This is a really cool free VST instrument there. Big Mo, whoa, that was a nice dab. I should join you, huh? But it takes so much time. That's why I love dabbing with this thing. I could just do dab after dab. But what I want to do is smoke some weed. So we're going to load up a Polski of this Gorilla Glue number 4, as it's always called now for whatever reason. Don't know what the 4 stands for, but I've never looked at that. So. All right. Bam. I guess we could just load a bong. Why not? This is Bongs and Songs after all. Let's do a bong. Ugh. Ziggy hates it when I move around. I can hear him just being all grumpy. I'm like, dude, you're on my lap. If you don't like me moving around and get pot spilled all over you, you gotta move, bro. All right, so this is a really cool VST. Really cool instrument. Love this one. I use it maybe too much. It's on my current every song list pretty much because it adds a really cool feeling. Like for this song, I really liked how it switched it to a darker vibe, even though it's the exact same tune. Just this fucked up piano really added a lot to it when I switched between the two. we got that. Got that. I kind of like how they're different, same. We can work with this. We will copy this. We will paste this into here. We will turn off guitar and bass for now. All right, what do we got? Is another free fucking instrument. This is all being played with free shit practically. Big Mo just got under an ounce of the GG4. Love it. I don't hate it. I will know, I hate being too much on strains. Strains are good, strains are bad, but it's all who grows it at the end of the day. You got to think. Did you smoke weed today? Did you thank a farmer today? Because that's what's going on. It's crazy how much difference two people can grow the same weed. All right, so because this is a lighter song, I've been kind of liking these. What is it? They have like this Gaelic voices, is like people singing. So we can start with just the top one, see what happens. Then I want to go to the piano again and see how that sounds. So one problem is I don't think they go up that high. Oops. So a little bit higher than I can go here. So these two got to go down. All right. And then I'm guessing, oops, that one's got to go down. Man, can't even get to that E, huh? All right. So nothing past that E. So we're going to lengthen all of that. So let's lengthen it, and now we will go to the whole thing. We want to bring it up at least one thing like that. Shorten this one so it fits still. Now we can lengthen these. So that'll probably just be in the background somewhere during the chorus. But it's neat. It adds that kind of paddy feel to it. So. So add a little reverb. And one thing I always do is add the same reverb to everything in a song. So whenever a song gets a reverb, they all get that reverb. Just to match everything up and to link it up. Again, we're going to add a little delay. Let's do like a 30-second delay because we don't want the whole thing just washed. So here it is washed. It kind of just lowers it and everything's really wet. I don't hate it. But if we just take it up to even like, just so you can see what I'm talking about, let's take it to high 50s. So it's almost the same as doing like a transient process where we're increasing the beginning quite a bit. We're letting that hit clean, then washing it. So that delay knob right here is very important on any reverb you're using. If you want clean shit up but still have reverb, that's how people do it, especially in vocals and shit like that. There's also some really cool programs I have that there's one, this Duck Verb is a patcher preset VST I have hooked up, made by Bass Tales apparently. But you can get it from Frank Pohl if you follow his shit. So this automatically does a lot of that, where there's a lot of delays. Whenever there's a sound, you're auto cutting out what you hear. So you got some different shit going on. It's pretty cool. That's the insides of what's going on. So really cool little VST that does a lot of that, especially if you're trying to add a bunch of cool reverbs to your vocals. All right, so there we are. We have quite a bit of shit going on now, but let's see what we can add or take away. So it definitely needs some pad and some ambience with all this. Big Mo! Got that starry shit going. Cheers again. Happy 4th. Let's, oh yeah, Nexus is out of there. Don't love this Nexus, so what we might end up doing is replacing that with some strings. It's going to change the song a bit, but let's hear how it sounds. Dark cellos, let's try that. Very good go-to there. Try that in the mix a little bit better. See, and that's what we all started from. We all started from... Now, if I just had that as a loop, I probably couldn't figure out how to play that, where it's at, all the notes in it. But since I did play it, and I can look up all the notes, I was easily able to transpose all of those notes, even though it kind of sounds complex. There's so much shit going on, and ups and downs and shit. I don't know how to figure that out. It'd take a long time. But when you reverse engineer it and start at, you know, the beginning pretty much, rather than having a loop brought to you, I'm able to totally fit it into something completely different. Definitely not the type of song I was intending to make, but that's okay. I let it flow organically, and that's what happens. So, but what was I gonna do? We are going to add some pads, which something simple would help. So we're gonna copy And paste this into, yeah, fuck it, let's do serum. We'll go to the pads. This has amazing pads on it. So we will go to, or even a sequencer. Let's try some sequencer. I usually like to use this one a lot, but it doesn't fit this one. I can already tell. So it's kind of a creepy one. Anxiety loop is what it's called, but it works for a lot of the horrorcore stuff. So let's try an automator. See what happens with that. Some of these are cool. Want to get on, Zig, or are you just here to get in my way? Man, he says. Alright, so turn that way down. We need to find serum and then we need to turn off some stuff. We don't need to hear everything right now. That's not bad. Hold on. It's got a note that's clearly out of tune, but it's kind of cool. I don't hate when things go off ever so slightly. Those weird notes are what makes it sound weird, especially if I add it with the creepy piano that's out of tune too. It almost brings the out of tune note from the sequencer into tune because you're hearing something that's in tune fluctuating. So it's a lot of plays on your ears, which is really cool to do, especially when we haven't even made more than this is a 9-second loop. That's all we've played with, 9 seconds. So got a lot of room to fill. So we're gonna copy this, we're gonna paste this into here. This time we're gonna go look for a pad, just a simple pad. And ready. So this one has ambient textures, which are cool. They're very rough. They work good again with like horrorcore, weird horror. They're like horror sounds. Is what they are. All right, so now let's go back here and just cut out some of this stuff and listen to Toxic. It's not bad already. So I really like that one, but I liked the other one too. So what we're going to do is keep both. And we're going to clone this bitch. I hate how it opens up things I don't want to open sometimes. So we're going to clone it. Boom. Same thing. We'll use them at different parts, just like I was going to do with the piano, which might still work. But anyway, we're going to... This one, though, is going to be set on, I think it's analog. Yep, analog. Which is very... The first thing I picked, but it worked. So now we have Biohazard 1 and Biohazard 2. I will change the color of this one. Oops. Change the color of this motherfucker here. Yeah, just a little bit to go more in the direction we want. Here we go. So now it fits there. What we will also do is create a new channel for it. Bam. we'll open this guy up and put it in its rightful place. Big thing about all this is staying organized. So there we go. Toxic, toxic 2. Bam. All right, so now we have those there. This guy, though, needs to go into a different... I guess it doesn't. Yeah, it does. All right, sorry, so just thinking out loud here, sorry. Of course, my computer is glitching like a son of a bitch, which always means it is time to smoke. That's my computer saying, hey, take a second, bro. You've done a lot. You haven't even saved yet. It's 4th of July. Enjoy. Ziggy says, bring me a chair I can sit on and still be close. There we go. All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. This has been a good 4th of July. So we got some more dabs of this. I think it was called Joe Purple. So let's go with that. Some rosin, Joe Purple, happy holidays. What a day already. Cheers. Not the song I was expecting. Whoa! But still cool. I don't know what I was expecting. Try not to. But fuck it. Alright. We're getting close to putting this song together is what we're doing. Yep, computer's done freaking out. So what we'll do is make another channel here. Call it Toxic Biohazard 2. Here we go. Woo! You're dabbing away today. What is it, buddy? I don't know if you see him over there literally like pawing at me. Alright. Clean that up. Oh. For next time. Throw it away too. Let's be halfway civil, huh? Alright. Woo! Oh. Now we need to go back here. Go here. Go here. Which is now 13, right? Yes, it is. Can't decide where you want to be? There we go. All right, so. Use those at different times. Because that's all a blur of shit, right? That's too much, but that's okay. Because we're going to separate everything out and make a song out of it. This is just a fucked up pattern, is all this is. There's so many spots for you to hang out. There you go. Alright. So this is just a fucked up pattern, like I said. So let's go ahead and I think we're ready to split this bitch up. Oh yeah. Might do some cool snare thing. Or just add a little bit more to the snare. So again, what we're going to do is we're going to add just a touch of feedback. Add it ping pong. Add some of this. Actually, we'll keep the pan. Do a little bit of shifting. So one thing is we really need that snare up a lot louder. So let's go ahead and go to our transient processor and turn that up. It's about 2.4. So really put in the top, and then we'll do that. We got our 808 really high. I'm going to turn that down and shake it down. So we really want that snare snapping. What we'll also do to make that snare snap is we'll go here and is this our snare? Yep, this is our snare. So what this is our side chain compression. So every time our snare hits, we're going to make a small dip in the volume of everything else a little bit. So the snare will come up a little bit. So what we'll do is turn our threshold down pretty low, hit that pretty high, and you'll see what I mean here. So yeah, and we'll also have the kick doing the same thing. So here's our kick, and every time the kick plays, we want that to have a little bit and we want the sweet. There we go. So now we have some side chain compression happening with the snare and the kick, two of the really important things that we want to kind of cut through. The snare is just important. And then the kick just seems to get lost in the bass if you don't start doing things like that. Another thing I have done is, I haven't done there actually. Oh, that's that frequency compression that's happening with the kick too. So we got that kick is controlling a lot of shit. Another thing we can start doing is adding some EQ just to cut. We need to start up there. There. We're going to cut any low frequencies happening. So that takes away a lot of your mud right there. It's going to all your instruments, adding EQs, adding a high pass, steep curve, and then you want to go in and you can just bring it in that. So what happens is you'll notice, what is this? Is the clap? All right, so we'll just do the clap. So when we play the clap, see all that happening in here? There's stuff happening. It's not very, it's prominently right here where the pink is happening. It fades to purple. There's purple shit all in here happening. You just can't see it. So we need to cut all that shit so there's nothing happening. All right, so you don't want to hear it either, though. Because it'll eventually. So I want to cut anything that's, in here, it's completely cleaned up. So your bass is free, your kick isn't fucking overcompensating, you're just taking care of a lot of mixing problems right away by doing all that. Because your voice is going to need shit like that too. So eventually, pretty much everything that you don't hear, you want it, or everything that you don't need needs to go. So again, it's very simple. We just add a high pass, which means we're just cutting all those lows, make it pretty steep, and then bring it up until you hear something. hi-hat, which looks like I already got something. Yep, on there. Might be too much, though. Okay. Cool. That hi-hat might go up a little. Kick is fine, but Nexus needs that shit. Oh, well, that's a low instrument, but so we'll skip that one. But what's Serum doing? That's doing a lot of weird shit. Let's cut out all those lows. It's kind of tedious and it sucks, but it at least needs something on the very low end. So let's do that, and then we can actually just go like to here. There's also a really harsh noise happening like right there, I think. So you can bring it up to see where it's at. Alright, so just trying to cut out this annoying sound that's kind of here. Alright, so when you zoom in, that's good. Toxic, we'll go to that guy. And we just want to look where everything is, and if we don't see any major activity in that bottom end, let's cut the fuck out. All wrong. At least a little bit like that. Go to the next one. Do the same bullshit. This is a final step you should probably do. But I like cleaning it up as I go a little bit. It's just something we need to do. So, hey, Frankie, what's up? I've been chilling here and I forgot to say what's up. I've been vibing out to the beats. Hell yeah, and we're about to... I should stop this now because this is kind of overkill. There's no need to be doing what I'm doing. This is mixing, pretty much. Pre-mixing, I should say. But we just want to cut out some shit. All that's... doesn't need any of this shit in here. Cool. We'll do the piano and then call it good. Because this is a pretty big thing that we're doing. So... Now, you don't have to do this by any means. But if you're having bass problems, I'm very bass heavy in my music. My bass is always, I've never had a problem with like, oh, how do I pump up that bass? It's always been like, oh shit, my shit's so bassy, things are getting washed out. So this is all just an effort to keep things from happening. Cool. We'll call it good. So now, we are ready to start putting this song together. Probably a much funner part to do. What we're going to do is take a good look at what we have. You need to bring these guys down here and oops, back up. There we go. Everything's on. Yes, everything's on. There. All right, so what we're going to do is go back to here. We just have guitar and bass, so let's keep it super simple and name this track guitar, and we'll name this track bass, just like the same. We're just copying and pasting everything over. We're even going to call the whatever guitar, the actual audio clip itself, we're going to rename to guitar and bass. So now we know exactly what's going on. Look at them. These two could probably oops. There we go. There. Up to the top. There. Because they were a pretty huge part of the song, and I want my more important elements of the song up top. That's why it's 808, snare, clap, shaker. Really, hat should be next, but the clap and the snare and the clap are so similar. Regardless, we are going to go to pattern 1. We're going to take it from all that shit stacked on top of each other. We're going to split it by channel. So now we can take each element and separate it out to a channel in our pattern selector. So toxic biohazard. Here's the copy of toxic biohazard. Very convenient that we already made that. So we're able to just drop it in and do this. So I did the rainbow thing, kind of not thinking about it. Well, because it was Pride Month and shit, and I said, fuck it, the least I could do is do a rainbow for the streams and shit. I thought that'd be a nice gesture, and it was, in my opinion. Fuck it. But what I ended up doing, I'm like, actually, that rainbow shit is very easy to see shit. It's not the worst thing. Sometimes I'll do all reds, all greens, like shade coloring, or random even. Now that I go back and look at a random one, I'm like, fuck, it doesn't make any sense. This all makes sense to me. It's color coordinated. And I always go from red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. And knowing the basic fucking rainbow colors, I'm like, oh shit, that's actually the most visually easy to represent on the screen. So I might keep it around for a little while. But it's always fun to play with that too. I get bored of looking at anything that's the same for a while. So we have that. That is our intro tag. Should be on, yep, right thing. Bam. That's what we got going on today. So we will start by moving shit over and getting it out of the way. So now we have an open first couple bars, and we can think about how we're going to start this thing, which I don't know. One thing I like to do, so we'll try it, is, because the intros could be interesting to think about, but usually I have a couple tricks I like to pull out. So, oh yeah, we need to save this. We haven't saved once. We got to this far, probably hours in without saving. With my computer, not the safest bet. So we are on song 104 for the year. All right, bam, 104. So what we're going to do is drop this one way down here. This is our piano. Oh, no, it's not. So let's get rid of that. We want that piano. Did we only keep... I only kept that one piano. I should have kept another piano. Huh? Oh, well. So... pretty cool. So one of two things I could do here. One, I could add in this, where is it? It's creepy piano. So it's just a effect called Cloudscape, which adds a cloudy ambient. So we'll go to here. It's adding that huge wash. So without it, it's not really, it's all behind it. This is really cool too for hiding stuff behind your voice and keeping everything really true. But what I want to do is replace that with another one, Instant Pad. This is another cool patcher preset that's for free from a Discord, Frank Pohl's Discord, I think it is. Anyway, so here's what this one does. Oops. See, it adds that cool pad effect, which is really cool. So one thing that I do kind of like to do is do something like that, and then we will consolidate it, keep the effects, right? So that huge echo delay is going to be in there. So we're going to do that. So now we have this sound on its own. Unmute this bitch. I always forget I don't mute a lot, so do that. All right, so back here. So it's just recorded super, and this should have a huge trail. That's weird, it didn't do that. Let me try this again. So what that does is I'm taking it from a pattern and recording it into an audio clip. And then I can do a bunch of different shit too. But what I want it to do is to keep the tail. So we're going to leave remainder. That's really important. So there it is. So now it should be a different length because we have that huge tail added on. So you look at that. So now we have this huge tail. Now we can go back to here. Actually going to just get rid of this one because I didn't do it right. So here we go. Now we have this huge tail. Turn this off. So that's cool. And the cool thing we can do about that is we can just go right here, reverse the whole thing, and now we have a sweet sweep into it if we want. We could do something like this. And bam. A little bit over is fine. There we go. So now we have a sweep recorded in. This is cool to do with vocal effects too. I should have started a little sooner. Started like right there. So what we'll do is do that, and so we're adding a fade out at the end of it as well. So now we can just get rid of that cloudscape. Oops. I need to open up Ozone, which is actually cool to look at our image here, because you can see how everything looks. So that's always cool, but we don't need it right now. We want to go to, what was it, our creepy piano, and just delete this cloudscape because of that, or just replace it with something else because it wanted it to. God damn, I hate that fucking feature. All right, we're just gonna delete it. So now that all those effects are still recorded in, we can also turn up that a little bit. So that's a cool thing I like to do, is something along those lines. And we will read in. Sure. We'll just call it what it is. But put that guy up somewhere. This is not regular. Weird. All right. Want to unlock content. Now. We want to ungroup this bitch. What is it? It's this one. This is really weird. We'll just delete this fucking thing. There we go. It's weird. I've never had that happen. All right, so consolidated piano. There. That'll go right there, and we know what that is. That's our thing there. So that's a cool little intro we worked on. Oops. I guess I should have waited to do that. We'll put that creepy piano back where it belongs, right there. Oh, there we got it. Okay. And let's get this out of the way. There. Kitty. There we go. Now we are able to start working on stuff. So let's move our intro tag right into here. So then we can go into whatever we want from there, which wasn't bad with the piano since it's such a main element. Maybe we'll add those. Oops, wrong one. It's Nexus. There we go. We can move this guy. Let's try him right here. So one thing I want to do is make that unique and drop it super low. So we're going to drop it a whole octave. And then see here. Another idea would have been to add guitar instead. Seems like it just needs to go right into something, maybe. So it needs 808 for sure. Needs kick in there. Start adding those violins back in. And then it needs to just switch a little. Keep that, and then we're going to switch it to the clap. Why not? That'll definitely switch things up. We might add that. We need to add in something here. One of these guys, or maybe not that guy. Sounds like creepy piano, although this pretty main thing is only going to probably become the, along with labs, will become the chorus point. I don't know how I'm going to add that in about halfway through. It's weird, I'll give you that. And then we're going to get back into something like that. Alrighty. Back to just the snare there. And then that'll be ready to go into the hook, or into the probably bridge from there. Alright. So what are we doing? We are probably going to start the bridge there. We can do any of these things. So all of these are going to be our chorus jump in or what have you. So don't know exactly what our chorus will be, but it'll be something like that. All right, so we will probably take out Serum for sure. This guy, keep those. Like you're gonna need that, something like that for the chorus, but we'll figure that out. And then do that. Could add in shaker. And let's see what we got going on. Let's start labeling some things as intro. Probably until about here, I would say. Kind of guessing on these. First one. Which looks like it's going to be really long. So maybe move that. Maybe that's where first. This means the made unique as an intro, because it's still an intro, so we don't want to have all of this going on. So we're going to change this from being chopped, cut, 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 keep it. Change this one from being cut, 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 cut. We're just kind of having some of these out. I'm actually going to keep that one, cut it, cut, cut, something like that. So that'll be our slowed down, simple intro hi-hat. Stop here. This will be brought in a break. And something's missing. And back in that one. Something like that. So we will start our bridge here. Bridge. Hook. Something like that. Just check. Alright, so this time that out. This sound. A lot less of this guy this time. What we do, we might want to drop. Go here and we will drop it in off. Just to switch things up. It'll come in halfway through or something like that. Back into something similar to this, but we're going to switch it up. So, also with this bridge, we might switch that one up too. So we're going to Alt-T, we're going to Bridge 2. Bridge 2. All right, cool. So that's looking like it's starting to become something. Let's go ahead and start looking at our pre-master. Okay, so that needs to go to our pre-master. There we go. Is that still up? Okay. So now everything's routed into this guy, which we can do cool stuff with. So let's go to this first one. So we're going to make this one unique. We're going to make a build and a drop. So we are going to start with something like that. And halfway through, we're going to start, doing something like that. So we've doubled that. And then halfway through this one, we'll double it again. Now we'll lengthen them all. And these last four, we can do something like this. Double here. So we've chopped it in there. These last four we will chop again. And this time, chopping it even more. And we will raise these accordingly. So something like that. And then we want to have a build like that. Over the chops up. So we'll take the whole thing and we want to raise up the volume just a little bit on all of it. Cool. So that'll work. And maybe we could add in just a little bit of that towards the very end. We'll make this one unique as well. We'll undo the cutting I just did. Oh, well, whatever. So that one's unique like that. It's its own thing. You're going to just chop up a little bit more this one. Chop this one back to there. And then cut this one here, whatever. Insert. Oops, that's fine too. Alright, so cut. That's no. Cut. Bam. Cool. So that's basically the idea. But we are going to add in our pre-master a little guy I like to use quite a bit called Hype. Again, a Frank Pohl catcher preset. And we're going to make an automation clip to this. This is being controlled by whatever I want here. And we'll put it right here for demonstration. So from there, have it go up here, much, and down here. So that's what it's doing. There you go, now you can see it. See, it's making that filter effect, so everything's getting ducked behind, and it has quite a bit of reverb. All right. That's a one I really like to do. Might have it more sweepy. There we go, just ever so slightly. Cool. Now we can also add. Let's go ahead and put this down. So we'll start our automation clips down here. So we will copy the name of this, and we will paste the name of this. Just like that. All right, so now it's named, it's in the place. That's what that thing is doing. All right, but what I would like to do is also add something outside of that element, like a sweep or some shit, and possibly an impact. Just a really popular thing that I like to do. So we will add this into our effects channel 1. Bam. And it's right there. So we need to align it to our effects channel 1 in our mixing channel, which will be, there we are, number 24. And that'll be our impact there. Open that up, take a look if we want. Boom. One thing I like to do is cut the ends, so we're kind of compressing those a little bit. And let's see how loud that one is. It's 24, it's pretty good. I would also like a down sweep or a sweep or some shit. Not that. That one's pretty cool. Let's go with that. Alright, so we're going to add that in. And it will only be, what we're going to do is link it. Now, and the exact opposite on this one. So we're going to take our out and shrink it so it's compressing it a little bit off. You can really see it doing that. So we're going to make it all, because that's making it really similar. It's all similar there. So just some pre-compression there. And then we're going to line it up right to the end. So there's close, and there we go. Now we are linked up really close. It's kind of got a weird fade in it, so we'll see how that works, but that's the idea. This guy needs to go to the next one, which was like 25, I believe. Yep, 25. So now we have a sweep added on in there. We can also lengthen it, possibly, depending on how it sounds. So let's give it a try. so I like it, but I think it needs to go like right there. Pretty cool. I'm gonna try and move it right there and see what happens. If not, I like where it's at. I liked it before. I like how natural the symbol is sounding in that. I have to go down ever so slightly to kind of put them out of order. That's fine. I guess I should fix that. All right, so this should be our number 1. This should be our number 2. So that way it's in order, whatever. So 1 and 2 now. Oh yeah, this is my sound effects bus, which all the sound effects are getting routed to there and then put to the side, just in case I want to do something with those as well. Or put them all down in volume, all up in volume. So, all right. There we go. Gotta turn down those fucking choir. It's very ethereal and very lighthearted, a little more than I normally do, for sure. All right, so let's take down one of those. Might do something similar to what we did on this bridge with the second bridge here to mix it up. And we need to, let's put this, make this unique. So what I'm going to do is I want to copy this whole thing. So we'll copy it. We're going to make a clap here. We're going to make this clap unique. And we're going to delete all that and paste the exact same thing we had there. That, but all right, there we go. Okay, and then this time we want to add in these. We got a puppy here. Come here. Papa. Where are you going? There's no room over there. There you go. Come here. We'll get that puppy back. All right. So, what we're going to do is add a different filter for that. But before we do, come here. Hop up. Get up here. Wow. There we go. I'll take it. Ziggy's fucking obsessed. He's like, I'll come. I'm on my way. Are you calling for me? Did you need something? All right. So we are going to add a filters effect on this one. Oh, Ziggy. So make it nice and easy for us. At least on what to pick is, or I could do that cool. I haven't done that. We could try doing that cloud thing too, making it turn into a weird cloud sound. Trying to think if there's a way I could do it where it keep the echo of the cloud, not just end it. Well, let's try it. Haven't done this, so we don't know how this is gonna end. Let's see here. We'll just take the whole pad and we will create an automation clip. There's that. Here. Bridge 2. Alright, so we're going to turn that off here. Turn it on here. I hear a little kitten over there. We'll do that. So it's pretty much the same thing as the other one, just on a different channel. So I need some water. All right. So let's see what happens with that. Haven't done this before, so it might not be great. There's a kitten. I don't know if you can hear him. Hey, kitten, look. Well, we might get a kitten. I don't know if you can see him very well. Ah, there he is. Ah, well, there's a kitten down there. Oh, there he is. There's a kitten. There's a kitten. I was gonna snag him for you. There's a lot of cats. Let's just say that. All right, let's hear what this does. So that's pretty cool too. Let's add even more of a swoop a little bit. Start just a little bit out, so. Pretty cool. We'll take it. Haven't done that one before, but that pad is very similar to this height, where you can add a bunch of echoes, delays, and reverbs, and it makes it just really like a pad, like cloudy. So what we're going to do is rename it copy. Oops. Copy and paste. So, bam. Paste that right. So now it's all named up. Keep everything super tight. We could add another sweep and hit, but I thought it sounded pretty good without it on this one. Maybe an impact, but not a sweep. There's no need for another sweep there. Oh, killing me. All right. Let's do a dab of something nice. Let's pick something good. Got too much to pick from. Ooh, here we go. Here's some nice cakey. Again, I don't know what it all is. I forget. But this is some good stuff right now. So, We're doing fat dabs. We are making music. We got cats. It's the 4th of July. I'm doing pretty good. This is what I like to do. Alright. Not a one shot. We want an impact from our Vengeance Impact. 67 sounded pretty good. Let's try 67 or 75. 60. I just like the low subby ones, to be honest. Because I'm just trying to add a little bit of oomph. You can even use a sub sweetener. Works really well for these. Alright, let's open this guy up. There it is. Let's down here. We'll take that and just the hair, although this one's pretty well pressed. And let's hear it. Oh yeah, we gotta put to 26, I believe. Yep. Cheers. I go up. Not bad, but it's gotta go up. Oh. Save since my computer's getting a little pissed. That's good stuff, whatever this is. All right. So what we got? 2 verses, 2 bridges. I've been doing some really long, good cat. Choruses, which aren't normal to have your chorus and your verse the same length, but I'm a big fan of having 2 separate choruses rather than one, I guess. So another thing you can do is have one chorus happen at one point, another at another. I just like shuffling things up, so having that area there at least lets me know I could play with it. Also, when they're more singy like this, feels like a longer chorus might work. So two 8-bar choruses repeated, rather than the typical 4-bar repeated twice. Have it 8-bar repeated twice. But what that also does is makes my song get a little bit longer. But it's easier to cut things out, I've noticed, than to lengthen things out, especially with these automation clips. It sucks sometimes to have to keep on fucking with them, so it's a lot easier to just have it too long and cut it later. So anyway, but this isn't looking bad. $54, $318. Maybe just include this again with even less elements than that one. So that, that. These two need to change that. That. Well, and this will be the outro, because I think we're about done with this song. It's a holiday, so I don't have any plans. Alright. Fuck. Get that later. Jazzy Baloney needs more cowbell. Yeah, no shit, right? We could always add more cowbell. Surprised I don't have any up and running. I mean, I don't. It's not my go-to, surprisingly. But just for you, let's go and find some cowbell. We'll make that. We'll have some cowbell hidden in the song, shall we? All right, where are we looking for? We need to find. Where can I find anything? Search. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. That's an 8 on it, yeah. I got a lot of cowbells. That's my cowbell selection. All right. Too fun. What do we? Honestly, the 707 isn't bad. Jazzy, some moody cowbell vibes. I mean, Jazzy says, whenever, so if you haven't been here before, I usually just read the name of the person who's chatting along with us. So Jazzy writes, some moody cowbell vibes. It's gonna need some good reverb anyway. It'll sound good with reverb anyway. Damn, everything does, right? It's a good idea. All right, oops. So we got 0G, grab, let's put that into the selection. Unsorted, we're going to put that there. We are going to create our next empty and call it cowbell. Bam, that's the cowbell. We're going to change the color, enter it, we're going to change this color, in and darken it up a little bit and send it even more of that. All right, bam, just a little bit. So now we have cowbell in there. We will set up our cowbell channel. So we'll go all out. We don't half-ass with cowbell. All right, so cowbell. This one needs to be renamed as such. Cowbell. Here we go. Put it here. That's all right. Cool. Got the cowbell. Let's go in here, and we will figure out what I was doing there. It sounded like I was just doing it every 8 or something. Here. Oh, we want to bring you back. Every 8. So it goes. What would that be like right there? So we need it on every other one. So we want it every here. Bam. All right. So we're going to set up a new channel here. Which is going to be apparently insert 35. So we'll go to insert 3. So we'll shorter here. Sorry, puppy. Alright, so bam, go there. We will rename and color this bitch the proper cowbell color, of course. Oh, we got a puppy who says hello. And that goes right there. What's up, puppy? How you puffing up? You want to hop up? You can hop up if you want. Alright. Alright. There we go. So we got that. I think we need to change the key of it. That sounds fine. Alright, so. Papa! Papa! Alright. Let's get back here. And we're going to go through. Now which number is it? 18. And we will add some reverb. What it is? She said, don't add reverb. No reverb. Yeah, you like that? You like that? She likes that. Yes, yes. Do I got a toy here? Do I have little snow cone? Give me mama the snow. You don't want the snow cone? She don't want the snow cone. There you go. She spits her head. Oh, she just wants attention. What she wants. She wants all the attention. Today's a really hard day for her. It's there we go. Turn that off to add all that hiss go away. It's actually, since we're done, we're just going to none on there and put it to the side. Yeah. We'll actually just set this to its default, so we essentially delete it, and we are good. Let's hear how that cowbell sounded. We will do that. Make this one unique, and we will have it essentially coming in like that. Jessica Jamer says, hello, finally got to take my first rip of the day. Good vibes to y'all. Good vibes to you too. And we got the puppers here, who's now laying on my feet, so good vibes there. Kitties, this is my sanctuary. This is my studio. This is where everyone's welcome. You want to come here? Are you left out? Come here. Come here. Gotta say hello. There's my kitty. She heard us talking about it. Here's Panda. Oh. Yeah, good times. So now we have the cowbell, thanks to Jazzy Baloney. Jazzy Bologna. We'll call you Jazzy. You are now credited with the cowbell. Let's hear how the cowbell sounds in. Because you can't go wrong with more cowbell. Oh, honey, you want to move over 2 inches? Huh? What if I put this over here? Might be a little bit more room for you to move just a hair. There. Oh, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Now I can see everything, and you're right there still. All right. It's hard to see the TV when you're right there, precious. All right. Jazzy, good vibes. This is so cool to watch. I just plug in a guitar into an amp, but I've always been interested in the computer side of the music and music engineering, says Jazzy. It's definitely fun. And what I like about my stuff, not to toot my own horn, but beep, beep. No, I'm just joking. I do both. There's a guitar and an amp, and I enjoy all of it. So there's live guitars, which really makes the song, in my opinion. Without this, that's what the song started as. First thing. That could go anywhere. That could be just. It sounds like a different type of song. And then you add an element in, and it sounds even more different. Yeah, so it gets really fun once you start zooming out and looking. Like I said before, at one point we just have one 9-second loop, and we turn that into anything we can by adding variations, by adding mixing, all this cool stuff. I could go on and on. That's where I have a lot of fun, is in production. That's why sometimes if there's no production in what you're doing, I'm kind of not as interested, and that's a bias, just because I'm like, oh, you know what I would do? I would add this here. I'd add this sound here. I'd add a vocal, it's constant shit like that. I'd add samples. Got tons of samples that I love adding. So don't know what this kind of calls for, but we could always pull up the old sample box. I've been working on more Juggalo related samples in particular, just because no one has them. You can't find them. So when I get them, they're kind of like, the secret sauce that only I got. I can even find them. There we are. So we got a bunch. So all my favorite movies, cartoons, stuff like that. I try to label them, put them in their own places, stuff like that. But what we got? Just looking through what we got. Most of that stuff is a little bit more on the violent side, and this is a very chill song. So I'm trying to think something weird and chill like that. Let's see how that weird ambient stuff goes with something like this. Put him into number 5 or some shit. What is it? 4? That's gotta be 5. Right, so this is sound effects 4, which is in slot number 28. No clue how it will fit, what it is. I just know it's a more chill sample.
Timing is everything. You can be a man armed with only a fork.
Yeah, it doesn't fit, but regardless. Oops. So I'm just kind of reminding myself what that sounds like. Oh yeah, I did something like this. Maybe that'd be cool. Let's see how that sounds. There you go. Oops. That. So many buttons. All right. We got the 665, which I just saw it. There we are. Let's try something.
Sin.
Put back into the, what was that, 28 we said? 28. I'm going to take all of this and to move it over to about here.
Cinderella, dressed in yellow, went upstairs to kiss her fella. Made a mistake and kissed a snake. How many doctors did
I didn't get to the cool part of it. So. It's kind of neat. So let's take it all again, and we'll move it a little bit over. We could always change this, but I wanted to check it out. So.
Kiss her Bella, made a mistake and kissed a snake. How many Bella?
All right, done fucking with it for a second. Let's take a listen and let's roll up some weed and hear what we got so far.
Cinderella, dressed in yellow, went upstairs to kiss her Bella, made a mistake and kissed a snake. How many doctors did it take? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Right there, I'm gonna have it fade out. But as it's fading out, and there's no more lyrics here. Cool. So that's what we got. Don't know if I'll keep the Cinderella thing, although really like the end. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, man, you know what would be cool is if the ending didn't just end, because the ending part's the coolest part. It's where it starts saying 665. So I would really like it if it was. So my computer is being a bit of a bitch. There we are. Or I am one of the two. All right, so oops, somewhere in here we need to cut tools.
How many doctors did it take? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so let's be right there. Let's just listen to this. It's really cool, and I almost should just do its own thing with this. I might end up doing that, not using it. So the 665 thing is super cool. So cool. Now I can just repeat those. There we go. That sounds better. And now we can do something cool too, is add this one unique, and we'll make this one 29. Sound effects number 29, which really it's going to get a little confusing there, but that's okay. So 29 is now going to be that one. So I'm going to rename it just so I know. 665 ending. So there we go. And then what we're going to add is some kind of frequency echo. That's it. Well, I'm like, I don't know what we're gonna add. We're gonna add something. So this will make it echo, and each echo will go down an octave, or not an octave. We could, but it's just gonna go down. So it's anyway. Panda Cat, I can't see what emoji you have, but I appreciate it. And Jazzy got the sunglasses on. We're all doing good. This is a free plugin called Valhalla Frequency Echo. It's pretty cool. Excuse me. Let's hear what that does to this. Oh yeah, and I want to turn this one up just a hair. There we go. Pretty cool. Alright, oops. So that's what we need to do. We need to make this one unique. It's kind of... Wait. How does it not use new rounds? Okay, so that's what... we will turn up the volume. Right? But then we're going to turn down the end, and we'll link them up so they look generic kind of thing. So that's it. We want it back down to there. So let's try something like that. So that's what's happening in the background. Ice. Panda Cat, head in the clouds. Ah, okay, I see it now. I see it. I didn't even know. That's a pretty good emoji. Pretty fitting. All right, I want to turn that one up a hair. It's good. There we go. That was a lot. It's surprising how much. I mean, I could just go. Let's go 0. There we go. And then we can go to the isolated creepy piano 2. Oh, what is that one under? Oh, this is going to be under something. Oh, shit, that's what. So we need to still assign this one track. Good thing I checked that. Boom. So we're on 35 of them. So now it's going to be there. We need to rename this by copying and then pasting it over to this new selection. And we won't even move it because it's getting a little tedious at this point. Boom. I guess we should. It's not alright. Little things like that get a little annoying. There we go. Creepy piano 1, creepy piano 2. This one's the isolated track. We can now turn that one up a hair. Cool. That's pretty good. Might add some stuff to the outro, to the intro, volume-wise. The weird thing is because of how I have this set up, you can't hear my volume changes. Like when I change the volume, you still hear. So there's not really a big point in me doing it while live, so you won't even know I did it. So there we go. But essentially what I'm going to do is just add some quick stuff like that. Although this one's already pretty, I won't have to do that because this one has a, but I can do it to the end. Oh, shit. She is not happy today. It's fireworks. I hate fireworks with passion just because she hates them so much. She hates them. They know. We'll get you a treat here in a little bit. She says, "Give me a treat now." You get me a treat now. All right, I'm gonna get a treat. Grab some weed because she will not have it any other way. And, maybe we'll work on another song or fuck around with something else or something because this looks pretty well done for the moment. I could do more. There's always things to do. Vocally, it's empty for a reason because there's no vocals on it. This is definitely a track that needs vocals. So, all right, let me get her a treat. She's dying over here. She's just dying. You want some bacon? You want some bacon? All right, there. Oh. All right. There we are. Jazzy. Imagine he walks away. Jazzy says, I should say. Writes, I should say. Imagine he walks away and the cat comes to take it down. You should see some of my videos, man. Like, the only reason I'm as popular on YouTube as I am is because of these cats. I owe all fucking 6,000 subscribers to these cats. 100%. This is a nice Crispies treat that I might have to eat at some point. This has so much weed in it. These are so strong. They're fucking intense. I made them myself. I make some killer edibles, if I do say so myself. The dog is freaking out for some, but I'm sorry. I just gave you so much bacon, you can't have any of this. This is a big no-no. All right, so no, you can't get it from that side either. No one's getting the treat. Everybody's looking at me now. All right. So I'm not getting. No one's getting me. You're definitely not getting a treat if you bark. Hey, you don't get treats when you bark. You're still chewing bacon. You don't get a treat when you bark. No. No. All right. Can't bark your way to treats, girl. All right. But she said, "Oh yeah, oh yeah." Watch this. Watch me annoy you until you do it again. All right. Bark. Go get your mama. Go get her. Go get her. Not the cat. Okay. All right. So jazzy. We'll call this the jazzy cowbell. So I'll always remember. The jazzy cowbell. All right. Ooh, yeah, forgot. Let's change that color. Put that in. Change this color because I'm pretty obsessed with everything being perfect. Oh, hey. Color. Color. Cool. That looks better. Looks good to me. We just made ourselves a full song. Pretty much. Again, I could do a little bit of fading out and stuff like that, but really it kind of sounded cool with the way it faded out. I'm going to add the rest of the cowbells here. Let's take away maybe half of them. Then we'll do the volume. Here, oops, and over here. Paste the value. Paste. There we go. How much is that? Oh, that's a lot. So let's actually just take half of that even, or something like that. Yeah, I guess that's all right. But we'll take this over here. There we go. So for me, it's fading out. I don't think you're hearing anything but cowbell, bro. For me, I've noticed that I had to play back the videos to realize that, but that's because the way I'm streaming this is through a VST plugin in the software. I'm using this real stream, and this is actually in the master, so turning down the volume to the master doesn't affect this. I haven't found a way to affect the volume to this, but as long as it's working, I don't care. You don't need to hear every fade I'm doing, I guess. So, fucking hate this shit. Hate the goddamn fireworks. I used to like them when I was a kid. I kind of got over it. They're still neat. Whatever. I like the big displays a little bit more anyway. I used to blow up shit when I was a kid. It was fun. But now I have a little girl who's fucking terrified. She shakes and she hides under the bed, and I fucking hate it. I know. It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to hide in the corner. You don't have to hide. It's okay. It's okay. Anywhere you feel safe is okay. Yeah. Anywhere you feel safe, you can come. You want to come up here, you can. But I mean, I still like. It still is what it is. It's okay. It's okay. Keep that bong out of the way there. I know, I wish you could just hop up here too, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, at least you guys all get to see how she wants that Rice Krispie treat. I'm sorry, you can't have that either. If that's making you distracted from everything, though, that's kind of cool. It's gonna be a rough night. Let's just say that. It's okay, Panda Cat. Yeah, loud. It's okay. It's okay. Bless you. Bless you. She's like sneeze barking. Are you okay? I'm so sorry. Yeah, not very good. So what we're going to do is start a new project. Wait, we need to say it for sure. Now we can start a new project. Okay. You need to bark, you can bark. You want to bark it out, you bark it out. Hey, you can't have the treat though. How much do I eat? Don't eat anything in front of me without giving it. Got my goofy hat on. It's the 4th of July. Okay. But like I said, we all gotta deal with it because it affects us all. Have you met you? Have you met you? Oh, yeah. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, but you're not gonna. I gotta either eat this or fucking put it away, and I feel bad eating it in front of her. Alright, so I'm gonna grab some more treats for the dog so I can eat my treat. And we'll start up a new thing. So, cheers, everybody. Yes, I'm getting you some. Yeah, take off my stupid hat. Ugh. We'll hang out for a while because I got no plans and it's a holiday. So, load up some bowls, dab rigs, your dab straws, hookahs, bongs, blunts. And I'll be right back. All right, come on, let me eat this. Cheers. All right, you know what I want? Hop up. Sit. No, you're good. Stay. Good girl. All right. It's the only way I can eat is if she's eating. You guys are killing me. All right. No fucker. You just smacked it out of my hand. They are obsessed with these and they can't have them. All right. Here, I'll get you some more water. She's like, why can't I get this water? Are you just gonna sit right there? What if I put the water right here? Got you your own water. Yeah. She's upset that she couldn't drink my water and I get her water. She's offended. Is it because I put it right here in your spot? It's like, oh, that's water. There you go. Let her drink her water. Everyone's okay. God, these cats and dogs and cats. All right. Can't hear a thing without my headphones. This fucking hat's kind of killing my head. That's all right. There we are. Got the cats. Got some water. Is that better? Stay away from all the hot stuff. You guys, are you all the way up here? What are you doing? You've never gotten up there. You've never gotten up there. There's nothing up here for you. There's nothing up here. You've never been up here. What you doing? It's also 4th of July. She's super scared. I'm sorry. You want me to move? You need to get down? Are you stuck? You okay? Sir, what can I do for you? You've never jumped up there. So, yeah. This is my sweet girl, Phoenix. There you go. Bam. Yeah. Sorry. Right now, not feeling well. I think she just wants to look for more pieces of Rice Krispie treat. There aren't any. All right, what are we doing today? Now we got stuff going on. Let's go ahead and go to our creepy piano. A little water on my finger. So that's now just ruin everything. All right. The fireworks fucking everything up. So we're going to go to our creepy piano. Can't go wrong there. And we need to be able to type into it. We'll do our. Let's do that because it's quite. All right. Cool. Something like that. We need to switch up some sounds. Let's go ahead and start right in the middle at metal. Wait. Metlurk? Mecha Lurk? That's kind of cool. Something like that. Nice and simple. Let's keep it nice and simple. I don't know how fast we need to go, so let's get it. Bam. Let's go into this. Okay, cool. Something like that. We can remove that last bit that I didn't it's not on time at all. Maybe we can fix all that. So I know that that's wrong. I know that you guys are really off time. Whatever. Still makes sense. I get it. So we want that to be there, that to be there, that to be there. Pretty much. So let's do a little quantizing, nothing crazy. That one we can have a little bit of a strum effect on. Same with this one, so we'll take that one and move it over just a hair. That one will move here. Okay. So take that whole thing and we will repeat it. There. And we will add this one, change the second part. Okay, sweetheart. Okay, there we go. Now we can add in some snares and claps, of course. Whoops. So now, because I'm not adding any live instruments, we can go ahead and put on our good and trusty imager and fatten it up with some swastage, just a touch of color. Do that for most of my stuff, and we can just start bringing in some of these stuff we had going on, which should be as easy as that. See how that changes everything real quick. It should be much better. Okay. Here. What's wrong with you? Whatever I can do for you, I will do it for almost. Okay. Okay. Feel fun. Just feel fun. Are you okay? Yeah, I feel ya. So sorry. I'm so sorry. Whatever I can do for you, honey. Water. She's like, no, I don't want any water. Get that fucking thing away from me. Whatever you want, I'll help you out, honey. Whatever I can get for you. Not easy. You're fine. Alright. He's like, fuck, I am. Fuck off. Alright, so let's go ahead and add some bass. I can only do so much, unfortunately. Yeah. And here. A lot of bass, so let's take a piano roll, we're gonna up an octave with our, here's our bass. This is an E, so we're going to go to E, and go. Now we can go here. Let's lengthen some of these out again. And let's put that here, right before the house. Let's go ahead and chop this one. The ending one. There. This one here, and let's raise that one. Here, what we got. And this one, let's do something like a drop kind of effect. And we'll have it a little bit more normal. Well, I love you guys so much. All right, let's take the whole thing and drop it a little bit. Cool. Sounds pretty good. Yes, you're such a short one. So sorry. I'm going to randomize everything a little bit. just like that. Boom. All our different stuff has been humanized, including our velocities, pitch, frequency, cutoffs, shit like that. We're also going to do another thing I really like to do when you go here. There we go. We're going to cut off just a little bit. Oops. So just like that. So let's take all of it and move it over like that. So the whole thing is shifted ever so slightly off of the grid. So there we go. Another way to humanize it ever so slightly. And then we already have a lot of effects on it, but let's go ahead and change those effects. We'll add a little pan, which we don't normally do. And there we go. Cool. This one's going to chug right along, I believe. All right, let's go into Nexus. Let's open up some type of read or plot table. Cool. Let's see if we have. Maybe get some bells in this one. So let's play that. That's not. Of course, now I don't know where I was. Go. Pop that bitch in right there. This one we can see how that sounds. Okay, cool. That is Nexus. So let's see if anything else works a little bit better. Okay, start adding some kicks. Cool. So, got that there. We need to go here, take it up to E, take these ones up to there, and we can match some stuff out. That's up there. That's up there. So now we got that. We got our shaker. Might have it do that. Can't even really hear it. Which shakers are meant to kind of be in the background for me anyway. There we go, that's cool. Eventually, that'd be a good one to clone onto the clap again like we did on the last song. So, neat stuff. Alright, nice simple one today. So we need to add some grit. Let's add something dirty. So we're going to go to our... What was it? Let's try one of these pads and see how. Can't find one that's a little bit more. Okay, so let's see. How does this look? We can work with that baseline as a pad. So let's copy, paste. Might have to work it up one, but we'll see. Ooh. So Serum's pushing the limits on whatever this pad is doing a lot for computer processing. So let's see if a different one maybe will help. So we went pretty good without any problems. Surprised that didn't come up at all in the last. These pads must take up a shitload of stuff. So, well, I wanted a pad on there. God damn it. Hate being dictated what to do by how shitty my computer's dealing. Let's hear if one of these sequencers work better, or if it's just bad or worse. But way better on the computer power. So, before we get into this, I want to add some more bass inputs. Not that bass. So, let's get something else. So, let's go to our basses. This usually has some decent basses. Turn that down. That's more what I'm talking about with that dirt. If you put it in the right octave. Okay, now we can go back to here and add our ambient shit that's all fucked up. Very similar. Hey, get out of here, man. Why are you starting shit? It's not a good time. All the cats, everyone's worked up, man. No one's in a good mood right now. Unfortunately. Alright, so we are going to go to Total Darkness. Sounds like it would totally fit. And then we need to paste into here. So that sounds good, and then eventually I can add a, just so I remember, we can add the gross beat to that. I know, sweetheart, if I could, I'd beat the shit out of every single person doing fireworks. It's illegal around here anyway. It's fucking pigs. Alright, so let's get back in here. I'm so sorry, sweetheart. Now let's get some more creepy stuff. So we have our evil quartet. Let's see if that works. Keep that sound. There it is. Ready? There we go. Now I can hear it. It's okay, sweetheart. Oh, I feel so bad for it. It's okay. I love you so much. It's okay. I love you. Oh, we will keep you safe. We will keep you safe. Yeah. Oh, alright. So we're probably going to call it a night here pretty quick because the puppy's not doing well and I need to watch like a movie or something loud to be entertained. Wrapped up snuggly tuggly wuggly tight. So thanks a lot, 4th of July people. You all suck. Yeah. But we will Well, yeah, this wasn't bad. This would have been fun to work on. But I feel really bad for the puppy right now, and I feel a little guilty that I'm here in the quiet because she can't hear anything. And yeah, but that's okay. I appreciate all you guys for sticking with me. Glad we were able to hang out and at least get this much of a second song out. It's the most I've ever done. So yeah. Anyway, here's my hat. I can put this guy back on. So, happy 4th of July, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in. We will do one final dab for the road and for the toes, because I also have toes. If you didn't know, I have toes. Alright, so, which I do. Toes are awesome. So, cheers, everybody. Until next time, be sure to take it easy, keep it, like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you the next time. Next time around, I'm gonna be doing a lot of shows for the next 4 days, 5, whatever, in regards for the gathering, because I'm not there and I'm very bummed out about it. So instead, I'll be making new music and hopefully being able to play it and give it to people, and who knows where I'll be next year at this time. My goal is to get my ass to the gathering no matter what. Hopefully, we can blow up enough of this shit that we all know, right? For something. That's my goal. Anyway, take it easy, keep it keepy. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. I'll probably do it every night, probably around 4. So we'll catch 420 for the next few days. So